As she mentioned, it's not just borrowing rates that are climbing. Property insurance is also on the rise. Everyone's been seeing it, especially if you're in an area that's been hard hit by natural disasters. The average mortgage payment just hit a record $2,070 in August. And with Hurricane Milton, now a Category 5 storm, barreling toward Florida less than 2 weeks after Helene caused billions of dollars in damage, it's unlikely these insurance costs will come down anytime soon. Joining us to talk more about that, Andy Walden is Vice President of Enterprise Research at ICE. Andy, it's good to see you. How much is insurance up kind of from the trough?
Yeah, if you look from 4.5 years ago, if we kind of start at the beginning of the pandemic, the average property insurance payment for a single family homeowner in the U.S. is up about 52% from where it was 4.5 years ago. It's much more significant than the average principal interest and tax rise of, 15 to 17% among folks. So it's 3 times the rise that you're seeing in property insurance versus some of these other expenses.
So home insurance costs are basically up 50% since, as you said, maybe about 2020. I mean, that is a massive. Do you know what the average property insurance cost is for homeowners these days?
If you look at the average monthly payment, it's about $181 per month on average for the typical U.S. homeowner, but it can vary significantly depending on where you live across the country. And when you look at some of those hurricane-prone areas, you look at New Orleans, it's about $500 a month. You look at Miami, and you're talking close to $500 a month as well. So for some of these folks, you're talking 1 out of every $4 that you pay in a month on principal, interest, taxes, and insurance is just going to that monthly property insurance payment.
Is that cracking the market in certain areas? I just saw data that in Tampa Bay, which we're all concerned about with Milton bearing down, that their listings are up, I forget the number, maybe 60% year on year, but demand is down 10%. And that could, of course, accelerate after whatever we see take place this week. Is it going to have a longer term effect on the housing markets in these areas?
Yeah, I think it will. And it's happening for 2 reasons. You mentioned insurance there. Certainly, when you look at home prices as well, and you look at, again, what's happened over the last 4.5 years, those are some of the areas where you've seen the largest home price gains, putting pressure on just typical home affordability. But then you tax 70, 80, 90% property insurance growth in some of those specific areas that you just mentioned on top of that. And absolutely, you're seeing pressure there. And when you look at the areas that are back to quote unquote normal levels of home affordability, it's those hurricane prone areas of Texas, hurricane-prone areas of Florida, where you're starting to see that inventory rise, and you're starting to see some of the softer home prices across the U.S. as well.
Where are those people going, Andy, if they feel priced out or sort of don't desire living in those areas anymore because of cost, because of reconstruction, what have you? Do you know where they're relocating to?
It's a good question. Part of that is, Florida is kind of a typical inflow from the New York area heavily. And so you could see some folks that just simply aren't investing in second homes down there in Florida. If I'm looking at it from a buyer perspective, I'm certainly looking at some of those more central areas where home affordability is much stronger, not only compared to what you're seeing down in Florida, but compared to their own long run averages as well. And so I think it's possible you could see some migration towards some of these central areas that, one, have lower risk overall, but two, have more of a broad sense of home affordability. Even with rates kind of hanging in the 6, now up to closer to 6.5% range, you're still seeing relative home affordability in those areas of the country as well.
I agree. I think I don't want to call it a problem, but it's kind of the conundrum. It might still be cheaper to go to Florida with high insurance costs than to live in the Northeast, for example. You've mentioned that there are a couple of markets nationally where we're already seeing prices begin to fall. And I shouldn't say already, because it's not an assumption that they're going to fall on a national basis at all. But where are the places where we are seeing some downward pressure?
Yeah, really, when you look across the Rust Belt, that's the area of the country where inventory is returning, and inventory has been that key component to price softness. Anytime you've seen inventory get back to the levels that we typically expect to see in those areas, and I'm talking 2017, 18, 19 levels, prices have come down, and it's really across the Rust Belt region, centered around, again, Florida. If you look at the softest home prices over the last couple of months, they've come in the state of Florida. Almost all major markets there are seeing prices ease on a seasonally adjusted basis. Austin continues to see some softness, and you're seeing it in some of those other Rust Belt areas, Nashville and the sort, where we saw, again, migratory inflow, stronger than average home price growth. Even for what we saw in the rest of the country during the pandemic, you're seeing a little bit of a reversal in course there, just because, again, there's relative unaffordability with how many folks moved in and how high home prices pushed in those areas.
Yeah, so it sounds like those are more actually the Sun Belt kind of areas. I anecdotally understand that the Midwest, Northeast, some of those markets are actually holding up a little bit better.
Yeah, I mean, they're coming down from where they were, but those are still the strongest areas of the country. The Midwest because of relative home affordability, the Northeast because there simply isn't any supply up there, and you're bouncing subpar demand up against next to nothing in terms of supply and very little improvement in supply in the Northeast, and that's where you're seeing home prices remain sticky.
All right, Andy, thanks as always for your time today. We appreciate it.
You bet.
Andy Walden with ICE.